UFO Bros.
Hey everyone, it's Giorgio Tsoukalos from Ancient Aliens, and you're experiencing UFO Bros TV.
That's right, you're experiencing UFO Bros.
UFO Bros.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Emmett.
And I'm Joe.
And we are the UFO Bros. That's a pretty damn good Jimmy Church impression, I gotta say, Joe. So,
what's up, everybody?
We're coming at you live. We're in the facility. And the infamous soundboard has made a return, ladies and gentlemen. But Joe promises, again, to use it responsibly.
Yeah.
Good. Good. So as long as you promise to use it responsibly, then, you know, we can move forward.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So I just thought, you know, Joe and I, we were talking, and I was thinking, what if we kind of talked a little bit about, like, what's going on in the news in the beginning, just a little bit?
Yeah, we can hit the heat spot.
Because there's, like, a couple big things happening right now that, one actually kind of...
It's kind of disturbing in a way.
One is disturbing, which is Kathy Griffin, you know, of
Everybody
course, if you
knows
guys don't...
the D list. Now she's going to the Z list.
Wait, that means she goes up.
No, the Z list.
Z, I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
I took my headphones off, sorry.
Yeah, D to Z.
Oh,
DZ nuts.
You're out of control. You're out of control.
Loser.
Excuse me.
It's okay. Sorry about the, you know, the background
We're in the
noise,
facility, so there's this constant monitoring by a base.
et cetera, et cetera. And, you know, we do our thing.
Oh, yeah. We get down and dirty with the alien thing.
You guys, we've had a crazy couple weeks.
Yeah, we have.
Before we get to the news. So we just got to tell you, we went to Contact in the Desert, as you know.
Everybody knows.
But the result of that has been quite a bit of outreach.
It has been.
And we've been talking to a lot of people, and there's like a lot of these balls in the air. No pun, well, there's no pun there, but it's kind of like, you know, waiting to hear what could potentially happen from these connections and that sort of thing. But it's good news. It's nothing bad. It's all good. Excuse me. So, you know, we're making our connections. We're doing what we do. You know, we're trying to bring this to a bigger audience, essentially. But I think one thing Joe and I have to announce that we've been kind of, you know, not saying is our book.
Yes.
We have been...
Shit, it's back. Got it.
Good. Good. I'm glad you got it.
I don't know why I'm looking up in your ears.
There's nothing. That's a good. Yeah. But seriously, we're writing a book because we're trying to understand this field of ufology, and we're running into
The unknown.
Yes, we're running into people of all sorts of personalities, ranging
Walks
from
of lives, different theories.
Absolutely. We're all about theories, but we're kind of running in, like you've heard before if you listen to us regularly, we're running into the problem where people are spouting their stories as truth in some regards, and that can be dangerous, especially because this field is so... it's not new, but it's in a new age of technology where this topic is reaching people faster. You know what I'm saying?
Very fast.
And, yeah.
Well, you know, once, you know, technology just advances, so does information and different people with different stories, and you know.
Hey guys, we got a couple people in the chat room I just want to acknowledge, Joe. Sorry to...
Welcome.
Yes. We have Paul Oxenham, I believe that's the name, Paul Oxenham. And we have UFO Buster Radio in the chat room. So, hey guys. How's it going? Yeah. So, anyway, just kind of back to our news real quick, and then we'll get on to what the hell Kathy Griffin did. But,
that was not a smart move.
Well, I know, but...
our news... This is, you know what, I bet you that's going to be some sort of distraction from the World War III.
Oh, yeah.
There's got to be distraction somehow. There was the Pokemon Go thing.
Okay, fine. Since we're there, screw it. We're going to talk about Kathy Griffin because she posted a very freaking crazy picture online of a photo of her holding Donald Trump's severed bloody head.
No, yeah, that's pushing it too far.
And look, I'm like, you know what? Whatever you feel about Trump or any president before or future presidents, I mean, that's not a good image for us, I don't think, personally.
She needs to stop.
Totally.
They need to take all that back down.
Well, they did, and I was just going to get there. She actually recalled all of that. She had the photographer take it down, and she also put out an apology.
Too late.
Within a matter of hours, she put out an apology. So, I don't know. You can take it for whether she's sincere or not by listening to her. But I just thought, you know what? Love him or hate him, wow. What a crazy, very not artful. I don't think there was anything artful about it.
There was no art for it at all.
Yeah.
It was just... even for Trump haters, even the Trump haters were like, that's going way too far.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like, I hate Trump, but not me personally, but I don't have any word on it. I don't do politics. But it's like, you know, even the haters were like, you went too far. You don't need to be doing that. I don't like Trump, but damn, girl, you just went straight to Z.
I think that's why she went straight to the apology.
I think she's getting so much hate
because she knew that even her people were like, you know, her followers. And UFO Buster Ritter says she's a bigly loser. I don't know. Have you got your Trump impression down, Joe?
Loser.
No, I don't.
But you got a damn good Jimmy Church impression down. Because, you know, as you know, in that opener, that is Jimmy Church that says
UFO Bros.
Yeah, it's not Joe, but that's pretty darn close. So moving on, you know, we also today...
Sister sent us a
speaking of World War III...
of her foot. Sister sent us a picture of her foot.
What? Oh, Lord.
And we're back.
Yeah, we are. Because I want to talk about the other news topic that's kind of like really trending right now is how we today successfully intercepted and destroyed what the hell? That was kind of creepy. Not Alexa. We successfully intercepted Alexa. Don't worry about that. That was on my computer.
You're stupid.
Yes. But so we not staged it, but we launched the missile, and then we showed our capability of we can take it down.
You just
so it's
threw
a
that
show of
rocket
force.
Right in the middle left field. You know
What? Did I not say it right?
No, you didn't.
What did I say?
You just like totally stopped what you're saying and towards the end of that.
What?
You didn't even. You didn't even. Never mind.
No, tell me. I didn't what?
You went to the end of the rocket. Where's the first part of the story?
Well, I think the first part of the story is pretty clear. Is that North Korea keeps launching these damn missiles?
Toilet bugs.
Sorry. They keep launching their missiles as a show of force, and not only that, they keep showing like video of the U.S. some U.S. cities being like demolished by an atomic explosion. They're really, really very crazy people that's going on up there. I don't know.
We don't need
But anyway, so we kind of showed our ability to intercept those sorts of things today. I thought that was kind of cool. That would have sucked if it failed. I would have been like...
No, our technology is way more.
Way more. Can you please bring your teeny, tiny mouth up to the microphone?
What an asshole.
There we go. Thank you so much.
Go fuck yourself.
But also, like, the main topic of today... is billionaire Robert Bigelow. I'm sure most of you have heard of this.
Bigelow.
Yes. Well, no. Basically, this guy owns his own aerospace company.
Aerospace entrepreneur.
Yes, and I guess one of his biggest accomplishments is building inflatable habitats.
They're in space.
Correct. And I don't really know the entirety of that backstory, but what I do know is that recently, I don't know if you heard about this, in a 60-minute interview, he says aliens are real.
He says they're here.
They're here, absolutely.
They're here.
And he claims that there's there's already an existing presence of extraterrestrials on Earth. So that's what he said in the 60-minute interview. And also, too, being a billionaire, of course, and being somebody whose logo is that of an alien, he suggested he's spent more than anybody else in the U.S. on research into UFOs. That's a pretty big claim.
That is.
Because, you know, Dr. Stephen Greer might have been the one to spend the most, you know. But anyway, this is a pretty shocking recent public claim. Because I will tell you guys, there is definitely a reoccurrence of the UFO topic. I mean, you obviously all know that. but this topic is exploding, and things are popping up in the news here and there. But it's nice to know that somebody who is a billionaire working in space is at least acknowledging in some way, yeah, we have an alien presence. And I don't
really
know.
hope so.
I'm like, let's make up our damn minds. Are they here or not? Come on, guys. I mean, why is it such a big deal? Just, you know. But
like I said, I even saw it on
Sodom.
Sodom.
Even Sodom.
I was reading on one of our Instagrams.
You can read? That's fantastic. Congratulations. Uh-oh.
Fuck you, man.
That was a very, very short visit from the Lord of Darkness.
Listen.
Okay.
What I was trying to say is that in one of our comments from one of our followers is that they don't... I forgot the guy's name. But he said that they don't want to release if there's aliens or not because of people's religion.
You keep saying that.
I'm telling you, that's what it's based off of.
Who cares about religion?
Well, some people do. Well, actually, our listeners probably don't.
Well, I don't know. Some people are religious. Some people are spiritual.
But I know, but there's some people like...
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, we're not going to get into that, of course.
No, but I bet you that's probably one of them reasons.
Well, look.
It'll put people in a wide world panic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, there's no God, there's no that, it's all fake. And then people are just going to go ape shit. They're going to go start freaking burning down churches and shit like that.
Well, that's
every day in LA, right?
No, they don't burn the churches. That's the last thing they burn, you silly goose. But how cool is this? I mean, this is the guy that makes, inflatable habitats for space saying this. I wonder what our chatters think. What about Paul Oxenham? He's brand new.
You know what? Why?
He's brand new, and he's here. And we're excited to have a new follower, a new chatter.
Dude.
It's all, of course, not... It's speculation. I mean, it's not evidence. What the hell was that?
What?
What'd you do with your mouth? Do that again. Okay, don't do that anymore. That's weird. I didn't know you could do that. So, I wonder what they think. They're so quiet in the chat room. Of course, UFO Buster Raiders got something cheeky to say. He's into inflatables?
It's got a pleasure hole built right in.
Glory hole in space. Do it. Wow. We're out of control tonight. I think it's just because of all the conversations we've been having. I feel like my brain's scrambled.
We have so much to spill about. We're just like a really bad diarrhea that gets in the toilet. It just goes everywhere.
We're holding it in, you see. That's more like it. So, still, no comments from the chat room. So we're just going to have to kind of like hopefully pick up on that towards the end of the show. But just kind of elaborate on this more, Joe.
More on the presence of extraterrestrial entity biological things that they're here with us, among us somewhere. Maybe they evolved. I don't know. Who knows? There's so many claims and so many different types of theories out there about them.
What I love about this whole story with Mr. Bigelow is
Bigelow.
One reporter asked him if he's worried that the public's going to think he's crazy for coming out and saying this, and his reply is actually pretty good. He says, I don't give a damn. I don't care. He probably doesn't sound as, fierce as I do, but I don't give a damn. I don't care. It's not going to make much of a difference. It's not going to change the reality of what I know, quote unquote. And this is a guy that spent millions and millions. He says he's probably spent more as an individual than anybody else in the United States has ever spent on this subject. Yeah, I know, before he said than anybody in the world, but he's saying United States. So, either way, millions and millions. I don't know how the hell somebody could spend millions and millions on this. We spend hundreds and hundreds.
A day.
No. On this, no. It's crazy. But I like that he's not scared to come forward and say that. And, also, too, just talking about, are we going to meet intelligent intelligences in the outer space, and he says you don't have to go anywhere. It's just like right under people's noses. And
then fucking say it. Where is it? Where can we find one?
I know.
Is it working at McDonald's?
It's all speculation, of course, and of course it all comes back down to word of mouth.
Is that why you keep going back to McDonald's? That's why, because the aliens are making the hamburgers.
It's
hey.
It's the way they steam the buns on the fish fillet.
Fucking alien man.
Oh Lord!
This is kind of like the Pee-wee's Playhouse. Cherry. Mr. Little, on the hamburger.
Man, we are so off topic. I don't know how people are even listening to us right now.
I don't know. It's like the day after Memorial Day, and everybody's probably the hungover home and just.
Let's get a hungover show then, because obviously we can't stay on topic. I mean, it's clear to me. Yeah. See, obviously, but
shit.
This guy's like in space, so that's pretty cool. I'm going to see what any of our chatters have to say. Of course, UFO Buster Radio has to say. UFO Buster Radio says, "Does Bigelow fit into the Contact in the Desert crowd?" What do you think, Joe?
I don't know. Maybe if he brought out one of his inflatables out there, people can sit in it and bake.
Hey, that's a good idea. Forget inflatables in space. We need inflatables in the desert.
With like mini air conditioners?
Yeah, something in there. No, wait, we don't need... Well, wait, I don't think inflatables would work well in the desert. Evie had a hard time.
Evie
like nearly melted.
Yeah.
If you don't know who EBI is, that is, by the way, an acronym for Extraterrestrial Biological Entity. And we always have our friend EBI on our trips. It's a
mascot.
Blow-up green alien.
Thanks.
Yes. But I think it's funny. One of our followers says that the way that we do things reminds him of the movie Paul. Have you seen that movie?
Yeah.
I could see that.
That's what it totally is.
If only we could get an RV, you see, and go on a cross-country trip.
We got our EB Woolmobile. We're fine.
Okay, but look, I want to go on a cross-country trip. We're gonna research these different crash locations.
This is what we need to do. I heard Aurora, Texas, like you said. It's kind of like a mini Roswell. There's like signs and stuff that has alien stuff on it.
Oh yeah, they're basically profiting off of the story. Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, it's a basic way. My mouth is tongue-tied, but sometimes you have to watch out, and this is going to be part of what we're
going to try to stay away from the.
Well, I'm just saying that is the Aurora story real, or is it fabricated to bring tourists into Aurora?
We're going to have to see the site. We're going to have to see where it crashed. Huh?
I would like to at least go see.
Yeah.
I think it's really important in this field to kind of like go there, and even if you're just staring at a mound of dirt, there's just still something about it. You're there. You're where something potentially happened. That's what it was like when we were in Roswell, Joe.
Huh?
Mm-hmm. Just being in that area, it was amazing. Thinking, oh my gosh, like...
Yeah, it totally was a crater, like almost perfectly circular.
Yeah. Very good, Joe.
Fucking dick.
Well, if you don't mind, I'm trying to go to the next topic.
Well, let's bring it on.
Well, because we got to take a few minutes right now, and we got to talk to all of our amazing followers and our new followers. We've got a bunch of new... We got like lots. So I'll tell you what. I'll take the inst... No, I'll take the twit. You take the inst.
Yeah.
All right. So you get on the inst. I'll get on the twit. All right.
I am your father.
You're out of control, basically. So
one of our followers, Starlight99.
Yes.
She said that what would be at Disclosure Fest 617 in LA.
No.
We're not gonna be able to make that.
Well, it also seems to be more about like yoga and crystals and I don't know what else.
Well, it says Disclosure Fest. It could be something different.
Okay.
About disclosure, not so you're saying disclosure is crystals?
I'm not saying that.
You just said it.
No, I'm saying
I said Disclosure Fest. Yeah, it's all about.
Okay, look, it's a catching name title, but that doesn't mean there's going to be anything of value.
Chastity Ashley, you need to contact us. We need to contact you.
Because I kind of don't want to go to another event where there's like burning sage and spraying frankincense. There's something about that.
That's our people.
No, it's not.
Somewhat.
No.
Okay, so we're going to keep going here.
Are you talking or am I talking? I don't know. I'm going to switch over here to Twitter because I don't know what the hell Joe's doing. He's probably talking to his friends or something. You know what? James Northheimer always gives us lots of Twitter love. Also, hey, we've got a new follower, Fuga de Caverna. I don't know what the hell. But cheers from Brazil, guys. He says, thanks.
Awesome.
I'm going to give that a retweet. That's pretty cool. And, of course, Carla Ann Emery. Carla, who we fired. I think we fired her before, didn't we? We fired her as a fan.
Alien Mama 51 commented.
What'd you have to say?
I think the show is going to be 4 a.m. in the UK. So, yeah, I think our time is around 4 a.m. there. Yeah.
Which
you can have some coffee and listen to us.
Newsflash. Now can we talk about another part of our news, which is we are now going to be broadcasting every Tuesday night, 8 p.m.
8 p.m.
So you guys are going to know
UFO Bros.
You're going to find us here 8 p.m. every Tuesday night. So we're going to have a regular show.
And dedicate it every... Was it Sunday? Oh, Tuesday at 8.
After church. No, it's Sunday. I'm just kidding. Some people go to church on Tuesday. I don't know. Yeah. We're excited about that. That way we can avoid this irregular...
Oh, love, joy!
It says hi.
Oh, okay. Anybody else that you want to acknowledge on Instagram so we can talk about our new
Alien
game?
Agenda, Lucky7632. UFO Disclosure, move on. So let's move on.
Hysteria 51. Thank you guys.
Gucci Reese 757.
Reverend John Pope, thank you. We actually have an interview with him. We're going to share that. We actually have an interview with Jimmy Church as well.
And I'm trying to get Chastity on, too. I want to interview her, too, as well. She says she has some interesting stories.
I want to know, awesome. Because we want more people that have maybe had experiences. We haven't yet. We saw, we saw some satellites.
Satellites and...
iridium flares and those sorts of things. But we haven't seen anything unusual, so to speak. If you have, or hey, you know what? If you've touched a craft, if you've been in a craft, and you're not
you've made some craft cheese
and craft macaroni, go do it.
I'm not gonna do it.
Do it. Come on, do a free macaroni and cheese commercial right now. Here, I'm gonna turn it down. Ready? And
Kraft home-style macaroni and cheese. Cheesy noodles topped with golden brown breadcrumbs. You know you love it.
That sounds delicious. We're so off topic.
It's one of those nights.
I know. It's like I could talk about anything tonight.
I mean...
realistically.
But this story, or this claimed billionaire...
Wait, we're not going back to that? What the hell? We've moved on.
Oh, move on. Okay.
Move on, you said. Look, we're even past social media. Exactly.
Sorry.
Okay.
Fuck you up.
Yeah. How can you play that lightsaber sound and not do a Star Wars character? I don't understand how you...
You want a dark Jedi? You're weak.
Sorry, guys. It's a crazy day.
Oh, Manny Moonraker from UFO Buster Radio, by the way. We give them
we need
lots
to
of
get
shout-outs.
him on
I
the show.
listened to that. I was actually a guest on,
Yeah, I know. You never told me. I had to figure it out myself.
Well, anyway. UFO Buster, how was the UFO conference in Aurora? Tell me about that. Tell me about that.
Yeah, please. So we're sharing.
Is it something we should go to? What is that?
It's a contraption.
Oh, okay. Okay. Soundboard pause time. Okay. Do we want negative reviews again?
Sure.
You're out of control.
I am entertained. I really would like to see a gray or green or a bubble or something.
I would like to see something too. We talk about it every episode.
But what I don't understand is if you see something, you got a fucking 4K phone camera.
Yeah.
Take a picture of it. How come everything I've seen, it's all blurry? They can't. I'm like, if like mostly the Bigfoot ones, it's like it's all sketchy and you can't see it because they're like zooming in and out. And I'm like, I would run at that motherfucker and be like, smile. That's what I would do.
You know, you would run and shit your pants.
Yeah, but I would send it to you before I died. And I'd say, hey, we got Bigfoot. Post it right on.
Post it now.
Right on Instagram.
If you're watching this video,
actually, you know what I would do is I actually do it live. I'm going to die, but look, it's Bigfoot.
I think that's acceptable.
It would, because it would be genuine.
Yes.
You should imagine looking at the phone, looking at himself.
Well, we've been watching so many different UFO videos. Like,
that's all I've been doing. I've been trying to find something if it's consistent. I'm trying to find a consistent alien in all these videos, and they're all different. Mm-hmm. Like that one where it shows the camera at the window and the alien popped its head up. I've seen a few videos and a few pictures of that same head, but I'm not sure if it's made up or not. Huh?
So you're looking for some head? Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm a dark, went the bad way. Oh boy.
That
was just a quick pop in and pop out.
That's all he does.
Great way to disrupt our line of thinking.
You can't talk anyway.
How do you even get anything done?
I don't know. I'm a little bit about a lot, remember?
Well, I can't even stay on topic tonight, Joe, and you're not helping.
Well, it's a cool night. It's a fun night.
It's a beautiful night at the
about
facility.
Time. Fuck, it's not hot as fuck. Excuse my potty mouth.
Thanks, guys, for hanging out with the UFO Bros. If you've managed to last for 27 minutes, we thank you. Ugh. And we snap this moment. Snap.
Wow. But what do you think? When you look on those videos, or when you look at videos or anything on the internet, pictures, whatnot, it's not consistent.
I think you're right. I think my biggest complaint is it's getting to the point that we can barely differentiate from what's real and what's not.
We can't anymore. And I think that's on purpose.
That could be. That was a real one.
That was.
I think it could be. It's really frustrating, though.
It is frustrating because you get on a nice path. You're like, okay, yeah, that looks, yeah. Oh man, that's fake.
Well, that's why I don't watch Secure Team 10. And that's why I don't watch
them. I just
Phase of the Moon either. You know?
No, I just if I see those, I pass those. But I really like the UFO MUFON one.
Yes, on Instagram.
Yes, and those look pretty legit to me.
Do you remember that handle off the top of your head? Huh? It's just UFO MUFON, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some pretty incredible videos on there. And they're doing a good job of filtering it out, but
they are,
still, even some of their best ones are questionable.
Yeah.
It all comes down to...
What do you guys think? What do you guys think about greys and reptilians and all that? Excuse me.
Are we 12?
Somewhat.
Well, I think we've already talked about this.
So, we already talked about this.
Yeah, about... reptilians? Like, we don't believe
not
that,
reptilians,
right?
No. I'm just saying, what does our followers think? Fuckface.
I'm waiting to see.
WTF?
I know. They're not very quick on the reply, I can tell you that. I think there's a...
Well, we got negative one person, so, I mean...
No, we've got a couple people in here, and we've got a few chatting, I'm sure, if they're still listening.
They're still listening.
Oh.
Put something down on it!
Oh, man. By the way, if you guys are not following us, we're at all things at UFO Bros TV.
Except for Twitter, we're at UFO Zero Bros TV because Twitter's an asshole.
Don't forget to subscribe if you're watching our YouTube videos or if you're listening to this podcast.
Subscribe.
You gotta be. You're overloading.
You know what?
The
I'll overload your face.
You're
with
overloading
my
the sensors.
Do it.
Yeah, subscribe, follow us, because we're really going to try to continue reporting any breaking UFO news. Unfortunately, when you get down to it, anything that has been coming out recently, including recent documentaries, is just word of mouth. Hearsay.
It is word of mouth, and it's.
I want somebody to go, oh, look, here's a part of. Oh, look, here's the outer hull of a spaceship from another planet. Look, we've tested it.
We don't know what it is.
I'm waiting for that. I don't know if that's ever going to happen. But Jack Valet, I will tell you this, we found this out, is actually documenting different sort of crashes and collected materials, and that was what was really great about it.
Why don't they bring this stuff out? If they have tangible evidence of a broken craft, macaroni and cheese. Bring it out so we can see it. You know, we want to look at it. We want to touch it. We want to feel it.
I think that's the problem. Is they don't want that. Yeah. They want us to go, look at this continental ballistic missile killer that we've developed.
Nope.
Meanwhile,
yeah, here's a piece of craft we found, and we want to show it to everybody, but we can't because the missile gets blown out. Huh?
You make my brain hurt. At UFO Buster Radio asked, does he have actual crash materials? Yes, he does. And in that workshop, he talked about how he carefully brought them over to the States for analyzation pieces, artifacts from a museum. I forgot exactly where, but it was pretty recent sort of UFO. I believe that like exploded in midair and just turned into liquid metal. And so they collected some of the sample.
Liquid metal, huh?
But to be honest with you, his workshop was so information loaded.
Hold on a second. I want to pause you right there.
Okay.
Dude, I'm just so sick of these people. I know this. I've seen this. I've done that. It's like I'm just so frustrated with it because I spend hours trying to figure it out, research it, trying to see if there's anything that's tangible that I can see or prove, and there's nothing because they can't speak because they're in fear for their life, or these stupid whistleblowers with their stupid gray hair, glasses, and blue ties. I just, can we get some fucking evidence just right there, you know?
Yep.
They even, I mean, like some of the stuff we're seeing on YouTube, like I was just going through, just bullshitting. They show craft like flying over the city, and it's like, why wouldn't that be in the news? Even there, in another country.
I don't know, and there's such a
this shit needs to come out.
There's such a wasted opportunity because there is fake news, and I'm not just talking about what did Trump have for lunch or didn't have, or shake this person's hand. I mean, forget that stuff. I'm just talking about there's these. I've been subscribed from so many of these universe knowledge and all these sorts of pages on Facebook because I'm tired of seeing these articles that are total bullshit, and half the time they link to frickin' Secure Team. I'm like,
that's the way to do it.
I'm like, Secure Team has nothing to do with disclosure. Yeah. Look, props to the guy for the YouTube videos. He does hard work. That's hard. I get what you're saying, but I do think you're muddying the waters. That's my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
I also think that people like Corey Good are muddying the waters. I also think that people like Stephen Greer are
shitting in the waters.
It's weird. It's like he's clearing the water, but shitting in it while he's clearing it. He's so close to unmuddying the water, but a lot of these characters
maybe we're not getting it. Maybe we're not getting it down. Maybe we're not getting it. I mean, maybe that to communication with Greys or aliens, maybe it is subconsciously. So maybe it's trying to prepare us subconsciously. Who knows? I was just thinking of that right now.
Okay,
I just put it in my head.
Well, look,
and I just did it.
We've talked
and
about
I said it.
Oh my god, I'm gonna burn
and forget
you.
it.
I'm gonna burn you. I'm gonna set you on fire and stab you. Exactly.
That's mean.
Well, anyway, we've talked about this before, Joe. Remember, and you weren't really hot on the idea of how consciousness connects as one and all that good stuff.
We only use 10% of our brain.
Wait, hold on. Are you changing your thoughts then right now?
No, I'm just saying we use only 10% of our brain. It's not. No, it's not.
Before you said it's bullshit.
It is still bullshit, but I don't know.
Are you just speculating?
I'm populating, yeah, speculating.
Yes.
Spackling. I'm spackling the area.
I don't want to hear about your spackling, okay?
No.
Well, look. I could maybe get on board with it, but when you're out in the middle of the desert at 12:30 a.m. and you hear Dr. Greer pointing at stars saying that this alien civilization lives here, and I've remote viewed their culture and that sort of thing.
My asshole.
That's when I'm like,
I can give a better description of my asshole than him and his stupid aliens on a different planet, because that is bullshit.
Where does it stop?
It's not going to stop. They make money off this shit. That's why they're doing it. Or they have the information that is so confined that they want to explode. They're like, nope, I'll just make money off of it right now.
Yep.
And then I'll dump it when I'm like 80.
It's
like all the rest of them have been doing. That's what they've been doing. The whistleblowers. They've been sitting there. Like in their 80, 90, about to die. Hey, there is aliens. Really? Yeah, tell me about them.
No, that doesn't happen.
How many documentaries have you seen where it has? They're on their deathbed, and then they tell what it is. And
well, there's been a few I've seen. Yeah, there's been a few.
Psst. There's aliens.
I know that there's a presence. I just don't know what the hell it is.
Is
it alien? Is it interdimensional?
Say what it is. It looks like this. This is the presence. They're okay, they're among us.
Who?
Exactly, the aliens. Like
you said he or they should or he should. Who are those people?
Huh?
Okay, listen here, Lorraine from Mad TV.
No. What he said is that they're among us, they're hiding.
Yes.
Who is they? Why don't you give us a fucking clue what they look like, what they are, or something?
Okay, Joe.
Huh?
Okay, I'm gonna fucking kill you. Seriously. Thanks. Ow! No. He didn't say they're hiding. He just says that they're like in plain sight. We're just not seeing them.
Hiding in plain sight.
But then again, you don't see things you don't choose to see. So if you're completely oblivious and you're stuck in the rat race of the day-to-day job, house bill, car note,
you could be on the freeway in the middle of traffic, stop, someone would walk right through next to your car, burn on fire, you wouldn't even notice it.
By the way, UFO Buster Raider says, Joe is on fire tonight. You tell him, Joe.
That's Bob. Yeah.
Man, me, Moonraker. Yeah.
I mean, seriously.
Look, Joe's awake. Welcome to the show, bro.
I know.
Well, where have you been the past 6 months?
What an asshole. I don't know.
I don't know who they is, but I'm talking about
who they is.
What I'm asking you is when you say, well, why don't they just bring it out, and why don't they just show us and what they look like? Well, who is they? What are you talking?
The government.
Okay, so the people.
Yeah.
So you're talking about disclosure then?
Definitely. Well, not disclose
in the classic term.
Yeah, at least like a crust, a piece of a pie crust for us, something to nibble on. Jesus Christ!
Well, they have the FBI has released files, but that's the thing. It's
yeah, but there's always unidentified flying objects everywhere.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with you.
So why spill the same papers or disclosure papers? UFO, and flying. You know, why don't you just say? I don't know.
Well, you're talking about...
If there's aliens.
You're talking about the papers. Are you talking about...
The papers.
Top secret papers?
Yes.
Being released and that sort of thing?
Yes, on the FBI...
I know, but... Like, you're talking so fast. Slow down. I'm talking a little fast, too. Go ahead.
Well, this is part of California culture. We talk fast here. It's fast-paced over here.
Well, look, this is my thoughts on disclosure.
My asshole.
It's already happened.
We just passed right by it. We just flew right over it.
It's already happened. Look, we're not... I seriously doubt we're going to get the classical sense or the classical idea, excuse me, of disclosure, which is that the government or the president's going to come out and say, "Hey, everybody." I'm sorry, but
that is disgusting. Oh my God, he farted and it's enclosed in here. I'm gonna die. Oh God, it's so bad.
That was your face.
I thought it was my breath. I'm like, is my breath bad? What the fuck is that smell?
I can see it. I can see it like coming.
Man, that's like you got to take a shit smell. You know, it's right at the end.
I don't have. I'm fine. Jeez, man. You know, I think that we're part of disclosure in a way. Disclosure is really just getting it to the people. I made it stinky.
It is really bad.
Open a window. You know.
I did.
Oh, good. Oh, I see now you have your face covered. Well, good. Maybe you can just shove something in your mouth. No, I'm just kidding. I'm always encouraging you to talk, aren't I? Okay, well, that's enough.
Sticky fucker.
Well, I didn't mean to gas you out, man.
Can you at least like put a pinky up or something? They could look like high class or something, so I know. Jeez. Ooh, it still lingers.
Hey, I was just proud of myself that it didn't
when
come through the microphone.
Lingers,
Wait,
hold
I
up
just-
your finger.
I
Sorry,
like
guys.
this Joe. Do you guys like this Joe? If you do, come on, encourage him to speak his mind. I like this. This is fantastic, and I think you did okay with the board tonight. I think you did okay, bro.
Oh, Chastity says, "Is it too late to speak tonight?"
Well, for tonight's probing.
For tonight probing, you missed your probe. I'm
Yeah, we've
sorry.
only got a
Well, we'll
couple minutes
get
left.
you. Maybe we'll do another game this week.
Well, here's the thing, which I was trying to say earlier, because, which is we're going to be every Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, except we may occasionally, sometimes, in addition to that, have some, shows if there's any breaking news or anything that needs to be talked about right away.
Also, you can message us on Instagram or UFOBrosTV@gmail.com.
Yes.
If you want to be on the show or have interesting things to say. And
hey, you know what? Okay, so as you've seen, we've had, was it 4 requests now of people that wanted to send us something or something?
Oh, yeah.
What have you? We haven't even replied to those, huh?
Yeah. We'll bring it along.
So maybe we'll get a P.O. box or something.
yeah, if you guys want
What
to
do you
send us
think?
something, yeah, we're going to set up a P.O. box.
We've
If somebody
had-
wants to send us a couple things. 3.
I don't know what
2,
they're going to send us
1.
though.
You can send us up in a P.O. box, but if you want to put a P.O. box,
Okay. Well,
sorry.
yeah. So definitely send us a email, ufobrostv@gmail.com.
If you have
Follow us
anything
all
you want to
things.
say or be on the show,
Yep. And we do talk on Facebook. We talk on Instagram. We talk on Twitter. We reply on YouTube.
all
so
of our social media.
yeah, we're really grateful to anybody that listens and appreciates our brotherly banter. Hanging with the bros. We gotta maybe think about expanding this show at some point.
Yeah.
And having some more guests on. What do you think?
As long as you don't
everybody.
gas me out.
So we're gonna post more about today's current topic. Robert Bigelow and
The Male Gigolo.
his recent statements on 60 Minutes. We're gonna post a little bit about that.
Why do billionaires have horrible last names?
There's Trump. Then there's Deuce Bigelow.
I don't know. Greer.
That guy's not a billionaire.
I know, but it's just the last name.
All right.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. Well, hey, you guys, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
listening. I'm Emmett.
I'm Joe.
Really?
Yeah, I'm Joe.
King. Joe King. Are you going to give me a... Let's do a real... You want to do a real outro? Wanna do it?
Fine. Fuck off.
All right, thank you, everybody. I'm Emmett.
I'm Joe.
And we are the
UFO
UFO Bros. And we'll talk to you guys next time. Make sure you subscribe.
Adam Bill.